We have jumped headfirst into summer heat and humidity. No exception on this Wednesday here in central and eastern Kentucky. Looks like more of the same, rolling into the late week, this staying put. Now, temperatures backing off slightly, it looks like, heading toward the weekend. But, of course, if you're going to spend any time outdoors, you need to slow it down, hydrate. Of course, plenty of sunscreen, especially this weekend for outdoor activities, although there may be a little better chance of a few scattered storms during that window. Viper radar, much of the day has been quiet, but with so much heat and humidity out there, doesn't take much to crank up a few isolated cells, and that's what we've got going off to the east of Lexington now. On the Viper radar, there's the ABC 36 studio, so literally right down I-64 on the west side of Clark County, just west of Winchester, a little lone cell. This one's really ramped up over the last 10 minutes or so, right there at Mount Zion as you get into eastern Clark County, eventually running into western Montgomery County. I think that's got some hail in it. So on the south side of Mount Sterling, if this continues to drift eastward, remember the upper level wind's not all that strong, so it's just going to kind of meander eastward, but some torrential rain there just beyond the split with the Mountain Parkway and I-64 east side of Mount Sterling, and also on the north side of Clay County, Clay City, that is, in Powell County. Notice these things really just kind of popping up. Another one or two trying to go up off to the north of Frankfort. The bulk of the pop-ups have been along the I-70 corridor up north due to a little boundary there, also through the Piedmont of North Carolina. You can see, checking out Mount Sterling, it looks a little ominous, of course, as the clouds fill in with that storm just off to your northeast of downtown. 91 feels like 100. That may change there, especially with that storm approaching the airport southwest side of town. Jackson County near McKee looking a whole lot better with sun. 90 feels like 97. So we've got low to mid 90s temperature wise. 88 there in Manchester. The dew points, obviously tropical, low to mid 70s, and boy, there's your end result. 100, very popular for the heat index currently. Flemingsburg, Moorhead, Mount Sterling, Lexington, Richmond, Mount Vernon, Danville, you name it, you're basically there. Heat advisory has been extended now until 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, set to expire at 8 this evening, but given that more is on the way tomorrow, we're going to see more of it. You see a lot of the Ohio and Tennessee Valley pretty much the same shape that we are here in the Bluegrass as well. You get to the Central Plains eastward, look at all the 90s across the eastern part of the country, including parts of New England, New York at 97. So scorcher up there again. The bubble of heat still hanging tough. There's that boundary, kind of the focal point for some organized storms, albeit slow movers. Anything fires between now and sunset should eventually go by the wayside not long thereafter. We'll be in the low and mid 70s in the morning, and then we'll do it all again tomorrow afternoon. Low 90s, so it does look like we've got plenty of available moisture and heat to come, even through the upcoming weekend here. So high pressure again begins the weekend just slightly, and with a little boundary off to the north, temperatures back down a bit. But we do increase our scattered storm chances. So if you've got afternoon plans over the weekend, just take the rain gear along to be on the safe side. The heat dome weakens. It gets kicked eastward due to the upper level low down to the south and that bit of a boundary to the north. So that is going to shake things up just a bit in the coming days. Mostly clear after these isolated storms later on tonight. 73 in the morning, 93 tomorrow afternoon. Same drill as the last few. Low 90s, afternoon and evening storms. Again, we'll increase the coverage just a bit as we do back those temperatures down. That continues. Does look like a front arrives on Tuesday for the first day of July, but it may sweep a lot of the humidity out. So this time next week may actually look and feel pretty good with afternoon highs in the mid 80s.